I'm just along for the ride, man. You tell me. This is your rodeo.
Crap. We got to talk about stuff because there's actually people in here.
Oh no, I was afraid of that.
We're live. So here we are.
Wow.
We're back.
Tidewater Horror Convention.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We're back again. No, I'm just kidding. From Tidewater Horror Convention.
Yes, in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I almost keep forgetting where we are.
You were going to say like Maryland or Georgia. Yeah, it's been a long summer. But speaking of long summers, we've been on tour with some amazing guests, and one sitting right here.
Hello.
Did you forget his name?
Miko Hughes. That's all right. Is it on?
Into the
Can you hear
microphone.
me okay?
There you go.
Okay.
Well, no, if I have to introduce them, then I don't know why they're sitting here. Just
They
saying.
just wandered in. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
they-
bored.
they were
That's
like,
okay.
this-
I would
it's a
never
long
assume.
This room must have AC. The talent's in there.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's it.
wrong. Sorry. Deal with the fans. No, Mr. Miko Hughes, known for a multitude of things,
Sure.
but the
Probably
most
the
famous,
scariest.
the scariest and most bad slasher.
Mother.
Well, I saw the little kid. I had to keep it PG-13. Yeah, I mean, who else can get hit by a trailer truck and come back?
Yeah, it was
Like legit.
the first take wasn't so bad. The second one hurt. I had to do round 2 and 3. That
But
got rough.
you've been in a lot of stuff other than the Stephen King book,
Sure.
as we have to call it because of the strike. So,
Eh.
yeah, I feel the same way. What do you mean?
It's a gray area, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
gonna
like
worry
it's like
about
my
it too
hair,
much.
gray. It's good. It's all good.
So what was it like growing up in film and TV and
It was great.
really
yeah.
some people have horror stories about it.
It could have been worse. I have friends that I grew up in the industry with, other kid actors, and I think they maybe didn't have as good of a go of it. And it very easily
Good
could have been the
protection.
case for me. I don't know. I just I got lucky. It was my mom was really good. She was really protective, kept me away from too much craziness, I think, and I had some amazing opportunities, and I'm super thankful to have been as lucky as I was to work on the projects that I did. And some of them happen to be particularly popular, and a lot of people seem to remember and connect with it. And I get to come to fun events like this and meet everyone and hang out, and I'm forever thankful for that.
How often do they have you say that little line from Kindergarten Cop? I won't make you say it.
Boys
now.
have a penis, girls have
Yeah,
a vagina. Yeah.
All right,
Just get it out of the way.
So my question is, how many times did my wife make you say that yesterday?
I
she was his
think
handler.
she got her fill because other people were coming up to the table. And
Really?
saying it. So if she wanted to, she didn't have to because it kept happening.
Yeah, but I know she did because I'm married to her. I know how it
Maybe.
goes.
Is that what she makes you say it all the time? Is
Oh
that-
yeah. It's what. Can you just say that for me?
Wow.
And then when she found out you were on tour with us, or we were on tour together over the summer, she's like, "No way!" I'm like, "Yeah, but he was Gage
Yeah.
in Pet Sematary." She's like, "No, Kindergarten Cop."
A little bit of everything, I suppose.
I just shook my head. I'm like,
Speaking
"Oh
of a
man."
little bit of everything. What's your favorite medium working? You've done voice acting, TV, film.
Sure. Yeah.
What's the? I'm sure you've done some stage work as well. but-
Very little. Very nothing to speak of. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. If it's a good. What I miss.
Nothing to speak of, he
Nothing to
says,
speak of.
which means
I mean, it's nothing you would have
off
seen or
Broadway.
known. Like I've done it to have the experience, is what I
Well,
mean.
right.
But it's not like you could, have heard of it or look it up or anything. But yeah, I mean, it just depends on the project. If it's something cool, I'm not picky, voiceover. Or
Well, I gotta
acting or-
imagine most of the stuff from younger days. It's probably hard to remember. It's from
as anything is, the younger you go, the less you remember.
Yeah.
But there's a good chunks of stuff.
anything
for sure.
stick with you that's been like really like, oh my god, I can't believe I had to do that as a kid.
Just various things. I mean, I remember a lot of the major stuff that you might think of from
really?
the films. Yeah, I remember a lot of New Nightmare because I was older, and that was really fun. Freddy was like in that era was like a pop culture icon. Even if you didn't see the movies as a kid, because they were like adult horror movies, really. But for whatever reason, Freddy and also Jason were like they had like a breakfast cereal. They were pop culturally very
video games,
relevant.
everything.
Video
Right.
games, yeah. So like even if you hadn't seen the movies, you knew the character. So when I got to audition for it, I was ecstatic because I knew the Freddy character, and just being able to work on that was an adventure, and everybody was so nice. And Wes was an amazing director. He's my favorite director I ever got to work with. So calm, so like professional. And a lot of times on sets it can get really stressful, and that can trickle down from the top, the producers, director, whoever. And Wes is one that really stood out because there's always some of that, and maybe they did deal with that, but I don't ever remember any of that. We finished under budget and on the day we said we were supposed to, which is kind of unheard of. Normally it's
right.
Over budget and stress and everything, and it was just an amazing experience.
Wow.
Were there any role models that you had while on set that kind of took you under their wing? Where like Arnold came up to me and was like, "Hello, little Miko."
Yeah. I mean, I was one of however many kids in the class, so I wouldn't say I was like singled out in that way, but I certainly appreciated and tried to pick up what I could from the talented people I got to work with. It was a privilege and exciting, and so I don't think that was lost on me even at that age. So.
Are you here, Ben?
Am I what?
Are you here?
No, I'm just sitting here looking pretty.
Well, you're doing great.
Yeah, I'm flirting with the lady in the doorway. Leave me alone.
Now, did you have to go to school while on set?
Yeah.
And was that difficult?
Legally, you have to have a set teacher on set, and depending on the age, you have to do so many hours of school per day. So some days I would film and I'd be wrapped filming, but I had to stay on set to complete the amount of hours in school.
Were you doing this schooling like all by yourself, or was it like a classroom setting?
It was either solo, or if there was other kids in the same film, they would have like a designated area. Maybe it was a certain trailer that was like the school trailer, or if it was on location, it was like a room that was being unused, and that would be like the school room. So we'd always have to go there.
So kind of boring if you're the only kid on set.
So Pet Sematary. Yeah. Well, you were too young for school in Pet Sematary.
I wasn't in school. Legally, they have to have one on set just kind of as like a third party guardian,
right?
Make sure everything's above board, and
right.
Yeah, so there was, but I wasn't like in school,
because I was gonna say like in Pet Sematary you would have been by yourself, and then in kindergarten.
Well, Ellie was also. She probably had school.
Different. Well, I guess you guys would all be in the same trailer, right?
If it was
different grades.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be in there because I was. It
was like teaching you the ABCs and teaching her algebra.
I was just trying not to. I was just trying not to crap my pants. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Did it work?
I don't remember.
Okay. I'm just curious. I mean, if I saw the trailers were coming, I would have crapped my pants too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's like, you love that scene. It is my favorite scene. It's one of my favorite scenes.
How old were you when you actually watched? Because I'm sure at that age, your parents were like, no.
Yeah.
I saw clips. I knew vaguely the story. I knew what my character's kind of situation and involvement is. And
gave me nightmares. Like straight up, my parents weren't. They kind of sat me in front of a TV and were like, have at it. And Pet Sematary was one of those films my brother was into a lot, loved Stephen King, and sat me down with him while he was watching me and was just like, yeah, we're going to watch Pet Sematary. And Gage was kind of the feeder of nightmares then.
Nice.
How many times did you have to look under the bed before going to sleep?
Oh, dude, you don't. I was too afraid to look under the bed. Are you kidding? It was dark.
Yeah, it might have been under there. You never know.
You never know. Never know. But I mean, I think I said this in when we were in Maryland, and we had you up on a stage with some heavyweights, being Leatherface.
Yeah, Leatherface and Michael Myers.
And Gage. And I was like, if the three of these guys got into a fight, who's gonna win? And everybody's like, oh, Leatherface and Michael Myers. I'm like,
no, I don't know. Maybe if I had the element of surprise.
The dude hides under the bed.
Yeah.
He takes out the Achilles tendon.
If I get the jump on him, I might get some good hits.
You're done, man. I don't give a
I think Gage is also technically the only undead one. So I think Michael can die. I don't know if they ever got supernatural with him. Originally, he was just a human.
Well, right.
I think they did later. Leatherface is just a human.
Well, right.
So
we didn't throw you up there with Jason.
Yeah.
Freddy.
See, Jason is kind of zombie. Those are the more supernatural.
Yeah, they don't die. But I'm still thinking.
Yeah, if they
cut the Achilles, they drop like a stone.
They could punt me over the wall, dude, right through the.
We went through that too. It's like if they get a hold of you, it's like bite.
Yeah.
But
any questions out in the fans? Come on, there's a lot of you here,
and you're all smiling, so we must be doing something right. You have a question? Do you? Oh, you sure? You have a question?
Yeah, I think I would too. Yeah.
But how many gauges could you take at one time?
Oh yeah. What if it
Very
was
probably
10,
like
10 gauges versus one Leatherface? I don't know.
So we do have a question from this lady over
From
here.
the taco.
From Del Taco.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
The taco.
Oh, the taco. Oh, sorry, Del Taco. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
You are very sweet. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you pay her?
No, she's just better at your job than.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if you hadn't heard, I did a short film that's a continuation of New Nightmare. It was completely fan funded on Indiegogo.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I was unfamiliar with fan films previously. I was a little hesitant. I hadn't acted in a long time. I didn't know, is this going to be like legit, good enough, you know? We've been talking about it for a very long time. COVID put like a 2-year pause on everything, so it was kind of good, kind of bad. We were able to make things better in that time, but also I think it built up hype for a long time. So people were expecting like a full feature, which ultimately it's just a short, and it kind of it ends on a cliffhanger, which leaves the door open for more. And I think maybe now that we've shown what we can do, if we can continue and do it bigger and better, we could do a full feature and hopefully get people involved that will make it even better and more legitimate. And you know, not that I expect that to happen, but that's like a fun, you know, we figure why not shoot for the moon. So yeah, the Indiegogo is still open. I think they're still trying to fund I think we didn't fund the whole thing through the Indiegogo. I think some of the filmmakers put in a little,
they put some back.
We're trying to complete it fully. There's like DVDs and Blu-rays, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. It's also free on YouTube. And if you like it, if you think it's a fair entry into the Freddyverse, give it a like and share it to your friends, I guess.
I myself am just discovering fan films, and I think they're incredible. A lot of them, they seem to have the lore and stuff down, and it really like draws you in that way.
Sure.
So I have to check this out.
Yeah, it's made by the fans, like for the fans. Yeah. So I think, you know, there's a lot of inside jokes and a lot of like inside baseball. If you're a fan of Freddy and you know, it's based in the New Nightmare universe. The story being, what if Freddy came back for Dylan 30 years later as an adult? But there's a lot of nods to the original canon, the original 6 Freddys. The look of Freddy was tried to be like a mix of both, because the New Nightmare, technically it's the entity that takes the form of Freddy. It's not Freddy from the original movies, but it's kind of the same thing. So in this one, it's the look of the makeup that we put on Dave McRae, who I think did amazing. No one will ever, of course, replace Robert, but we haven't had a Freddy in forever, and I think he's a fair entry. I think he did a great job.
A lot of people said the same thing about
Christopher Reeves
in Superman, but it also, you know, Jason, and they started doing the fan films of that. And I think like Jason Brooks, who stepped into the first fan films, did an amazing job.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Cool. Yeah. I hope you like it.
You know,
where
can they see it?
It's on YouTube. You can watch it now for free. It's Dylan's New Nightmare. And there's also the Indiegogo. The link is on there if you want like DVDs and Blu-rays and all the extra features and merch and stuff.
Or just call Miko. He can take care of it.
I mean, I've been whoring it on my Instagram, so you can go there and find all the links. So
right. And that reference was for all the viewers that are on the internet.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
You know, because we are streaming this to 22 platforms worldwide. You know,
see, now I'm nervous now that I know there's more people than what's just in the room.
Than the 6 that are here.
Yeah. We filled this small room pretty well.
The room is pretty full. You know, Leo already did that. He's got the crowd cam, so they know how many people are really in here.
So if it wasn't acting, what do you think your dream job career would have been?
Oh gosh, I just grew up in the film industry, so it feels the most comfortable, most at home. I don't know if or what it would be anything else, but
no construction, running a jackhammer.
Maybe it could have been. It could have been anything, man. I did end up going back into film. I kind of my day job now, I guess, is I'm a camera. I'm in camera department, local 600. So I still work in film, just not in front of the camera so much. This short film is kind of the first time I've done it in a while, and it was something that I actually enjoyed. It felt like I could sink my teeth into. There was a long time where I kind of just backed off of it because I was growing up, family drama, and I felt like everything I was auditioning for wasn't right. So this film was kind of cool. It felt like something. It felt right.
Was it kind of weird transitioning from, say, child actor to adult actor?
Sure,
and, like,
as it
what
always
was
is.
like put on you as like
Yeah.
responsibilities and such?
Sure, it was a lot of factors at that time, and
Yeah.
I think it was healthy. I think I needed to take a step away from it for a long time to hopefully be the best version of myself that I could be. And yeah, I'm happy where things are. You know,
Working out good for you.
Could always be better, but it definitely could be worse. So I'm not complaining.
That is true. That is true. So, what do you think of Virginia Beach?
I love it. I wish I was here more often. It's a great spot. I want to see the beach and all the local fun stuff. I've only really seen the cons, so I haven't.
Nobody's gone to the beach yet.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna go. Nah, I went to the beach.
Yeah, see, you were able to.
No,
but,
I was smart.
Well, there we go. We got boogie boards in the car. So
let's go.
Who knows what'll happen?
Right.
So
who else complained about not seeing the beach yet?
Spencer, I believe.
Oh, Spencer wanted to see the beach. So yeah, you and Spencer, we can get Olivier.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Even Don Yeso, because we got to have the comedian on the crew.
There you go.
We'll go down there and watch you guys boogie board. I'll videotape it, so when you guys get eaten, I'll have some new content.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. So, what did you say? Oh, I can fill them all in the back of my truck. So no, we actually came in on Wednesday.
Nice.
My wife
So
and
you had
I.
time. That's great.
We went down and checked out the beach, and we're like, oh,
That's
after
great.
the convention, we're staying here for a week. Cool.
Nice.
So
yeah, that's dope.
But anyways, back to you because it's
Back
about
to
you.
me. All right.
No, him, not you.
It's about all of us, man. We're just hanging out.
Are there any questions out there? I mean, we'll just sit here and joke around because we've been on.
Yeah, there's one in the back. My dad's a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day long. Personally, I'm more of a amateur enthusiast, but
Have you had any strange fan moments while at con?
I had a really interesting one right before I came in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I told you to leave him alone.
Yeah, this gal was just very overwhelmed and like started crying and like it just was a
Michael
lot.
Jackson, somebody.
I don't know. So it was a like real fan moment, and I was
That's
flattered.
incredible.
I don't think I would cause that in anyone. I wouldn't expect that, but
How does that
it was
make
very
you feel?
sweet.
Like,
It's overwhelming. It's powerful.
oh
It's
my
like,
God,
like a
what are you
human
doing?
moment. You want to be there for them, and like just you want it to be the best experience for them because they're having this like cool thing, but I don't know what to do. It's just kind of like, okay, I gave her a hug, and just let her say what she wanted to say, and then she was kind of getting a little handsy, and her husband was there. It was entertaining.
Nice.
It was entertaining. Yeah, he was cool with it. I don't know. It was very flattering. But
so what are you doing later?
She calmed down. She calmed down.
Yeah, right.
It was fun. It was an interesting story.
What's one of the weirdest things you've ever had to sign?
The weirdest thing I've had to sign. I've signed plenty more than you might think. Skin that becomes a tattoo. I've done that before.
Interesting. I'm so amazed.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you put it that way
Go
too.
for the skin tattoos.
No.
Sure.
I mean, I that's one of the things I always said. If I became famous, and they said, "Well, will you sign this?" And I said,
And
"No,
I'll
sign it, but you're going to be tattooed, and it's going to cost a lot of money because I have to give it all to her."
Yeah. Yeah, I have horrible handwriting too. So kudos to anyone is willing to put that on their body.
It looks like a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a scribble. So.
How was it being on Johnny Carson? That was like a cool moment. I got to find out about you. And
absolutely.
Like, once again, you were really young. So
I think I was the second youngest person ever on Johnny Carson. There was a long time where I thought I was the youngest because we have an old, was it Time, not People magazine or something, that Johnny quoted that in the magazine. So we believed that, and then found out online later that was the one he remembered apparently. But I was, of the youngest ever on the show.
Kind of cool to be on that show. Like,
yeah, it was an honor.
That's
him and Jay Leno. I did both of them.
You did Leno.
Yeah, it was during when he was like I think right around the transition
during the wars
between them. Yeah, not the Conan Wars or that was the newer one. Not
that's
not the Dave
one,
Letterman.
the Dave Letterman.
Yeah. Maybe it was then, actually. Yeah,
And
I don't know.
This is where your career ended up.
Yeah,
you're sitting here with us now.
Yeah, moving on up.
From Johnny
So
Carson
it was all
to
training
still
for this
Toking,
day. Yeah.
I do want to ask you something. This is something that Leo usually asks.
Sure.
Guests.
Yeah.
And I think we might have asked this in Georgia or Maryland, but
Okay.
what does Miko geek out about?
Oh, gosh, I just work so much anymore. I'm not as fun as I used to be. I like festivals. I like EDM. I know the like horror scene is very rock oriented, and that's like my two worlds that do not intersect, like barely at all. But I love them both. Yeah, I like that. I like just kind of geeky. I like tech and VR
and that's why I asked you, because I remember that the answer, and I was just watching his eyes go, oh, really?
Really? Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to follow you back to your table.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm sure there's more that's, just what comes to mind.
Yeah. So he's a tech geek.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got back into filmmaking, is in the camera department. Now there's still film, but it's pretty rare. Now the cameras are mostly computers, essentially, just image computers. So I'm kind of like on-set IT. I'm just the computer, the camera tech.
Miko, the angle's wrong.
Yeah, or the settings or the firmware or whatever,
Right.
I'm down to, do you have any phobias and stuff? Unless the fans start helping us out here. Come on, there's a whole crowd of you.
Jellyfish. I'll answer that one.
Really? Jellyfish?
Yeah, but he had a question.
That's
weird. Wait.
Yeah, hold on. Jellyfish.
So you're afraid of jellyfish. Is that because they sting and hurt, or because they have to pee on you so it doesn't hurt?
No, and I've heard that's actually a
rumor.
I always thought that was true, but I hear it's not.
Well, let's go to the beach.
We'll test that later, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. They're just like floating meat plants of death. They're disgusting. They have no brain. They have no brain. They're not. They're like barely alive. They're just like.
So I guess a jellyfish film is out of the question.
Yeah. If there was a horror movie about jellyfish, that would be the one that would scare me. Definitely.
Oh, I thought maybe you were starring in it.
No, I wouldn't be acting. I'd be terrified. Probably. It was my mom that kind of got me into acting. She thought I was cute and precocious, and I took direction well, and she thought I'd do okay. And she really fought hard to try to get me an agent. I don't remember any of this, of course, but this is the stories I've heard my whole life. That she went to LA and she looked up who's the best, like who's the biggest, most well-known kid actor agent, and went to the office, just walked in, talked to the secretary. She got headshots taken, like pictures, tried to give them my picture, and they said, oh, thank you. No, thank you. We don't accept clients, walk-ins or anything like that. But she would just hang out, and they had like posters on the wall and stuff. And she'd be carrying me and say like, what's this? What's that? And I could talk before I could walk. And so just so that the like secretary could see and get a sense of me. And she said she did that on and off for months. She would go in every week, couple weeks, however, just, oh, how's it going? Maybe you have some openings now, and oh, nope, sorry, can't, blah, blah, blah. And she said she did that for 9 months. And the girl at the front desk got a promotion, the secretary, and became kind of more like an agent, and had the opportunity to do her own, casting or submit people, and pulled my picture. She said it was the first picture she pulled, and sent me out on some auditions, and I booked the first 3 things I went out on. And the head agent called me in to have a meeting and meet me. And my mom always tells the story. She says, she said, where have you been all this time? And my mom said, knocking on your door for 9 months. So, and then I think it was like 2 or 3 months after that, I was Pet Sematary. So, yeah.
So we do have a question online.
Yeah, so a bunch of people watching and a lot of comments, but the first question just came in. So being a young actor in Pet Sematary, how did that affect your childhood in any way?
I think I didn't know what it was like I didn't know what acting was. I didn't know that all kids didn't do what I was doing at the time. It was a slow understanding as time went on, that realizing how unique and lucky I was to be in that position and doing the things I was doing. Sorry, what was the original specific question?
Wrong button.
Wrong button. Yeah. So they're asking how it affected your childhood.
Oh, how it affected my childhood. Yeah, I'm sure it did. I definitely didn't have a super normal childhood. I was homeschooled because traveling so much, it made it easier to not be pulled out of school constantly, of just being used to doing it on the road. And then, like we were saying earlier, like on set, you'd have the classroom, the set teacher would be there. So that was limiting, I think, in a social way. I was kind of like socially isolated for a long time. Like my best friends were my nephews. We all were kind of the same age growing up. So, but I didn't have like a normal school experience. And I feel like it was interesting. I was stunted in a lot of ways, but I also was really advanced in a lot of ways because I had all these experiences and I was working with adults. I didn't spend as many time with kids. So I felt, or I'm told, I was like, I talked like a little adult or something. And yeah, so I'm sure it affected me in a lot of ways, but yeah, it wasn't until later I kind of got more experiences that most people probably would take for granted, of like, you know, having at a young age just by default. So, I hope that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of hard to
It
explain,
all made
but
sense to
yeah,
me.
Okay.
I think. No, it did. But we only have a couple more minutes with Miko before we have to send him back to the wolf pit out there.
Yeah, it was busy. It was like slowed down and then it got real busy.
It was insane. It was,
people got off work, I guess.
Yeah, it was really super busy. I came back out and was like, wow, that's
why I went to lunch. So I was
like,
all right,
it's kind of mellowing out a little bit.
Yeah,
we did the same. We grabbed lunch and I turned around and it's like, we need a signature. We need it. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, tough life. Tough
Yeah.
life.
I'm trying to eat my Whopper.
Yeah.
Falling out of my mouth, burger falling out. No, just look who's talking. Tough life.
Hey man, it's a privilege. Absolutely.
I actually was hunting around for your phone number this morning because I'm like, man, he's got like 7 people at his table. My boy's still sleeping.
Yeah, I went a little too hard on Friday. I broke my own rule. Normally I save that for Saturday, but I was kind of hungover this morning. But
I wasn't even going there.
No, I'll be honest. I'm being honest. That's why I was late. I was late this morning. But
see, you just threw me under the bus because I told all those people there. Nah, man, he's in the bathroom. He'll be right here.
No, it's fine. I'd rather be honest. Why lie? I mean, we're all here to have fun, right? I hope everyone else has as much fun too. I just hope you don't have a hangover. That's all.
Right?
Because that was lame. But yeah.
That was lame. But any more questions for Miko before we let him go back to the table? If you think of one after, just go to his table. Actually, no, you should go to his table.
Yeah.
Does Miko have a photo op after this?
Well, every guest.
See, they're going to the photo op.
Knock it up. So every guest here has a photo op opportunity. So if you want a professional photo with Miko, just out this door, down the hall. I think it's 2 doors down. Don't say it.
But 3 doors down.
So yeah,
2 doors down. Okay. I think they can find it if they go.
Yeah, I mean we'll walk them over there, but
it's okay. You don't have to get a picture. It's fine.
No,
also,
I'll be at the table.
Yeah, that's where go check out what he's got at the table. Talk to him. Harass them like we can.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So what's any more conventions coming up for you this year where people can see you? Because this is, like I said, being streamed.
I think I have a little bit of a break. It's been every weekend for like a month or 2 now almost.
No.
A couple weeks off. And then I think I go to Florida for Spookala in Tampa. And then there's others. There's like one in Ohio. I'll be posting about them. I always post on my story to promote, on Instagram.
The line behind that is follow Miko on Instagram.
Yeah, that's how I get you to follow me.
And find out where he's going to be, because it's great watching it on the stream, but it's even better when you can come down here and into.
Sure. It's wild out here.
It's okay. It's a live convention.
Yeah, it's what happens when it's live.
What happens?
I just want to know what the hell they're running from.
You.
I mean, Miko's in here. Ain't nobody else scary around.
Right.
Well, Spencer, but he's just scary big.
Yeah.
So, but no, definitely head out, check out Miko at his table, and chat with him. Buy one of his pictures. I mean, the kid needs to eat.
I just had a huge lunch. I'll be all right.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly doesn't count. No, we, in all seriousness, we wanted to thank you. I mean,
Thank you.
we've had a blast this summer on tour.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
hanging
been
out
fun.
at multiple
Get to
conventions
do
in
the
multiple
show.
cities, and
Yeah.
you know, I look forward to doing it again.
Yeah.
And I apologize for sticking my wife with you last night.
Oh no, it's,
you know,
it's very sweet. It's very sweet. Thanks for letting me borrow her. She was great.
not a problem, man. You know, that's 25%.
All good.
So-
all good. Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna let Miko go back. Let's give it up for him.
All right. Thanks for coming, guys.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
wait a minute. Listen, we've done this all day because supposedly Virginia is supposed to be extremely loud.
Oh no, you don't.
So
got
let's give it up for
Yeah,
Miko.
That's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
There we go.
It's very sweet.
That always makes me feel better.